I want to share with you a nifty little acronym that could probably help you on paper 3, question 1, the language change question. When it comes to language change, there's always something there that has to do with how Lexis has changed over time. However, when investigating lexical change, there are just so many ways that new words are formed in the English language that remembering them all can be a bit of a challenge. So I'm going to provide you with an acronym that covers most of them. Not all of them, but most of them. And we're able to do that because one of the major ways that new words are brought into the English language is by cramming words together or squishing word parts together to create something new. Another major way is borrowing, but that's not for this video. So within this category of word formation, there's like 6 different ways that words or word parts can be put together to construct something new, like working with Legos. And I want to give you a simple way to just remember them all. That way you can just remember this acronym. The acronym is CATBAC, like you're going to get your baccalaureate or bachelor's degree. CATBAC. So this cat is going to get its baccalaureate. If you can remember CATBAC, then come into the exam and you jot down CATBAC on the side of your paper, and then you write out what the acronyms mean. You're going to be in a place where you're much more prepared to use the correct technical terms for the changes in language that you want to talk about on your exam. So let's jump into it. What does CATBAC stand for? Okay, we have it in 2 chunks. Let's start with CAT. CAT stands for compounding, affixation, and telescoping. Really quickly, just a quick review of those terms. Compounding is when you take 2 words and you put them into 1 word. Think head and ache. If you have an achy head, it makes headache. Affixation is when you take a suffix or a prefix and you add it to a root word to create something new. So if you're not afraid, you might take the root word afraid and add un and say unafraid. Telescoping is when you take a longer word, usually like a multi-part word, and you chop it down. So autocar just becomes car. That's your CAT. What about the BAC? The BAC stands for blending, acronyms, and coalescence. Blending is when you take 2 words and you smash them together. In the process, some parts of the words are lost, and you end up with a brand new, smaller construction. So if you think of situation comedy, it can be blended together to be made into sitcom. An acronym is what I'm teaching you now. CATBAC is an acronym. It's when you take usually the first letter of a series of words and you use that to spell something else. Usually that acronym kind of tries to spell something that exists as a real word already, but doesn't have to. For instance, the acronym WYSIWYG means what you see is what you get, and that is not a word that existed before that acronym. And then lastly, there's coalescence. Coalescence is when words get the sounds of words get blended together to the point where the words themselves kind of create something new. Like what are you doing can turn into what you doing. Whatcha is coalescence. Other examples would be don't you turning into don't ya, going to turning into gonna, and did you turning into did ya. So if you can remember CATBAC, then you can have these terms at the ready when you get into your exam. Simply write down the acronym and then finish out what each one means, and then that way when you're taking your exam and you need to remember back to one of those important concepts, it's just waiting right there for you on the corner of the page, and you can use them as you need them. I hope that was a helpful acronym for you. Try it out. As always, good luck in your studies. Good luck on your exams. Thanks for watching. Bye.